Okay, so this is the newest Galaxy S26 Ultra. This has a lot of new features which I think may be really useful for some people, such as the new privacy display, which is going to be really useful for people who do not want to use a privacy screen guard while having that inbuilt feature on their device. It also has that horizontal lock, which is basically when you just like rotate your phone around, it doesn't move, like the camera stays still. It's really stabilized and overall gives a really good video experience. So that's one of the main advantages of this phone, and this is meant for true professionals and people who use their camera a lot also, because this does have some camera improvements along with a performance boost also with the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 chip. So we'll unbox this phone and see how this actually works, and we'll test out one of its newest features, which is the privacy display, and what all does it have to offer. So first up, we turn this around and you just have to use these peel tabs as you have on the iPhones obviously. Now yes, I pre-ordered this phone in Mumbai because they have the Samsung BKC store over there, which is Samsung's only official store in India, and honestly it was an amazing experience. So now let's just turn this around and open this up. So here we have this, and this is the color Silver Shadow, which is exclusive color to only the Samsung.com and Samsung BKC store. So you don't get this color anywhere else apart from these two places, because this is a limited edition color. So you have this and the pink one. These are two limited edition colors, and that's only available on their website and their official store. Now let's just take this out from the box, and over here we have this. Keep this aside. So you can see this is the Silver Shadow color, and the one more thing is that this is a new addition to the Samsung phones. Now they have unified it across all their lineups. So the S26, S26 Plus and the S26 Ultra, all of them actually have this camera module. Like you can see over here, this round, the circular camera module is there on all of them, the pill shaped module, because earlier the S25 Ultra and the Ultra models for all the phones did not have this. They just had the three cameras and then over here, so nothing else was there, but now they've unified the experience across all the phones, so that's good. And this is in the 512GB variant along with 12GB of RAM. So now let's just keep this over here. And this is it right over here. So you also get the S Pen on this, which is one thing that you don't get on the Z Fold, because the thing is, this phone and the Z Fold are two really good phones from Samsung, and it's catered toward different people. This is meant for people who want the best phone, best performance, best camera, and overall a best phone experience, while the Z Fold is for people who prefer multitasking, because that has, obviously it's a bifold and you have two displays on it, which means that you can use it as a tablet also, a mini tablet, or as a phone. So now let's just power this on. And yes, we got the Samsung logo. So it does take up a few seconds to boot up, obviously a bit more than the iPhone, but still, yeah, it does fast, especially because it has the new 8 Elite Gen 5 chip, which is the most powerful chips in the market right now. And this is like gonna provide a solid experience for people, even those who prefer gaming, because this has a really powerful chip. So now we can see we have the setup, and one thing you can notice over here, we have this bumps, like it's not sitting still on the table, and that's because of the camera module, which adds this extra thing. This does happen on the iPhone also, but it's a bit more on this. So now let's just start this experience over here. Okay, so we have the phone setup over here. You get this large display, and along with that, I'll show you the most cool feature about this, which is the privacy display feature. So we just swipe up into the control center over here, and once you do that, you have this icon over here which says privacy display. So I just click on that, and there it is. Now it's literally on privacy mode right now. So if you just tilt this around, you can see it goes on full privacy. The science behind this is basically you have a set of white pixels which is there on the phone, and you also have a set of nano pixels. So what happens is when you turn this feature on, the white pixels turn off, which means that you can't see from everywhere around, and only the nano pixels turn on. So that means that you can just see the top angle because the nanopixels are going in a straight line. The white pixels are obviously spread apart, so you can see it from all angles, but the nanopixels are only going in a straight line, which means that you can only see it from one direction. So if you look from the side, it's just black. You can't see anything from the side. And that is the advantage of this, because this is an inbuilt privacy feature, and unlike some privacy screen guards, that only prevents from the left and right, not from the top and bottom. But this actually prevents it from both sides because of the nanopixels, as I mentioned. And the good thing about this, you can see if you turn this around, it doesn't show up anything. Even if you go this way, it's just fully blank because of the nanopixels. And the good thing about this is also that you can set it to particular things such as notifications or a certain app, or even you can make it maximum privacy mode, which I turn this on. Now it becomes even more privacy. So then there's nothing you can see. It's just totally blank, and this is really good for people who are doing confidential work on their phone and they use their phone as a main device for their business or work or anything like that. So that's going to be really good. Even if they're typing their passwords in, then this can really prevent that. And honestly, this is an amazing feature. Now this also has a horizontal lock feature, which is basically this feature that you can actually like turn around your phone and it just keeps it still. Now that's available on the video mode, where if you turn this on, you can see this is the horizontal lock feature. So what I can do over here is, I'll just show this to you right now. I can just record like something like this. I can just shake it up like this. The camera can be shaken up like this exactly. And once I turn this off, you can see the video is really stable. Like the video is amazing because of the horizontal lock feature. So no matter how you turn it around, once you have kept the video in a position, the video will come out exactly like that. Now you also get Galaxy AI on this, obviously, just like the previous years, but you do have few more AI features and also performance boost because of the new 8 Elite Gen 5 chip. And this is in 512 GB of storage, so you get 12 GB of RAM and 12 GB of memory. Now you do get 16 GB on the 1 TB model. Now this comes with a 5000 mAh battery, and yes, the one thing is there that they didn't change the battery from the past 4 years because it's exactly the same. Right now this and the iPhone is pretty similar, especially if you have the iPhone with the eSIM model, because both of them now have about 5000 mAh of battery. So that's one thing. Overall, I would say this is amazing, and yeah, I would say this is a solid recommend for those people who want the ultimate flagship phone, and they are people who are going to use this daily for the daily tasks or for business purposes or for office work or anything like that. Amazing phone, great power, great battery life, great cameras. I'll test this phone out, and I'll also make a video about the comparison between the iPhone 17 Pro Max camera and the S26 Ultra's camera, both how they compare in daily tasks, in Zoom, or even the video recording. Overall, I'll compare everything, so do check out that when it comes out. And until then, stay subscribed to this channel and leave a like if you like this video. That's it for this video. See you next time.